Hey everybody, it's Valerie from Eartherella Soap and Candle Company. Today I am making an apple cinnamon soap. I will be using the fragrance Apple Cinnamon by Fragrance Buddy. And so let's get started. I am not going to be having my soap go through a gel phase today. So I have my oils and my lye water. My oils is just over room temperature, is at like 90 degrees. And then I have my lye water. I don't want it to go through a gel phase because I'm going to be piping some melt and pour frosting on top of the soap, and I don't want it to melt. So that's why I'm soaping at a lower temperature than normal. When I do want my soaps to go through a gel phase, I usually have my soaps or my oils and my lye water at approximately 125 degrees. So I'm hoping that these will not go through a gel phase. So I'm going to just pour my liquids in here. This has all of my oils. And my butters. My butters and oils are in there. And then I'm going to grab this and just add my lye water very slowly. And I'm just going to blend till emulsion. Alright, so now that I have my main mixture of my soaps and my lye water mixed to emulsion, I'm going to add my fragrance oil that I have pre-measured here. It smells so good. You can really smell the apples and the cinnamon. I'm just going to stir that in with my spatula so my batter doesn't get any thicker. I prefer my soap batter to remain as liquidy as possible. I don't like it when it gets real thick. Alright, so now I'm going to pour a little bit of this main base into my 2 containers. And these will be my colors. Right. Alright, so now I'm going to color these 2. Put a little red. And then a Granny Smith green. And give them a mix. Do the green first. Alright, so there's my green. It's a beautiful green color. And now I'm going to mix my red. Alright, so there's my 2 colors. Make sure I got all the mica on the sides. As you can see, it's still very fluid, so that's awesome. Alright, so now I'm going to pour my mixture into my soap mold. This is a little over a 5-pound soap mold. My boyfriend actually made this one for me, and I have like 4 of these, and I love them. The only thing I don't like is that I have to keep lining them with freezer paper. So I'm actually shopping around now to upgrade them to some silicone molds, but it does just fine for the time being. So there's I'm pouring in now my my base color, which is just, it's uncolored. Get every bit out of here. And then I'm going to pour from up high and make some lines in there with my green first. Kind of go up high a little bit. I have the windows open up here, so if you're hearing like cars and things outside, it's because it's a beautiful day out today in upstate New York, which we haven't had a whole lot of, so I have my windows open. Alright, so there's my green. Now I'm going to do the same with my red. I used to really struggle with finding a red that I really liked. They always seem to come out too dark, almost like brown, or they came out a little too light like pink. But this one's a perfect red for this. So I'm going to pour this in the same way I did the green. Oops, I just went over the edge a little bit. Soaping is messy. I don't care what anybody says. If anyone tells you soaping's not messy, they're lying. Soaping is so messy. Alright, so there's that. I'm gonna clean up the edge a little bit. I have my lines on here that I marked with my marker just so I can tell where 1 inch is, because I'm going to be adding embeds on top after I am done putting on my piping. I'm going to I have these cute little apple embeds I'm going to be putting on top. Now I know sometimes I do a swirl, I have a swirl hanger, but sometimes I just like using a spoon to get really big swirls inside of my soap. And I actually like how it comes out. So I'm just going to do it this way. And I'm going to leave it just like that. Not a whole lot of swirl, just a little bit of swirling action in there. I'm going to give this another wipe. Alright, so I'm going to pound this on the floor for a second, get out any air bubbles. And now I'm going to spray with my my rubbing alcohol so it does not get any soda ash. And while this is setting up, I'm going to make my frosting and pipe out my frosting. Okay, so while I was making my piping, my soap has set up just enough for me to put my piping on. Okay, so I was having issues with my my soap frosting. It was hardening up on me. I tried like 4 times. I kept going through pastry bags. So finally I decided to just glop it on there. And I did put my embeds on there. So I'll show you how they turn out. Can you see? So I got my red apples on one side, my green apples on the other. And then I just sprinkled a little bit of sterling silver mica on the top. And now I'm just going to let it cure, or it's going to harden for the next 24 hours before unmolding. Okay, so it is now the next day and my soap is ready to be unmolded and sliced. So this is the most exciting part for me. I love slicing my soap and seeing what it looks like on the inside. Because you never know exactly what the inside of your design is going to look like. Oh, it smells so good. Alright, so that's what the side looks like. And the bottom. Alright, so let's slice this. Just get rid of the end right there. Look at that! How beautiful! And you can see there's a red and green apple on the top of every slice. Oops, trying to get in the camera there. I love how this swirl turned out. And that is why I use a spoon instead of like a little a swirl hanger. I like the bigger swirls. So I think that came out awesome. Okay, so here's the final bars before they go into on the drying rack and cure for the next 4 weeks. I think they came out amazing. I love the green and red swirls and then the green and red little apples on top. If you remember, I didn't use my piping bag. I tried, but I kept having issues because my frosting was too hard. So I ended up just spooning it on the top of the soap, and I actually think it turned out great. So I actually may not even use my piping bag anymore because once you slice the soap, you don't really see each individual dollop of frosting. So I think that would be a time saver actually, and it looks just as good. So I'm really, really happy with these. These will be, what day is today? Today's the May 18th, so they will be available on June 18th on my website. Actually, they'll be available now for pre-order, but they will not ship until at least June 18th. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe if you like this video, and please give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.